Hello and welcome to the Nature Clinic, all free on the NHS. Yes, that's the Natural Health Service, and we'll be giving you your daily dose of nature because, as you remember, I am the Nature Deficit Disorder Specialist. Yes, that's the Nature Deficit Disorder Specialist. Now, all of the activities are designed to either do in your garden. I've got a very small garden here in the middle of Reading, or whilst out doing your daily exercise. Now, as you probably gathered, today we are concentrating on flowers and plants. Obviously, very important, if you have a look over here, because they are at the bottom of what we call the food chain. Just before we get started on flowers, I have got a little delivery here. You might remember we did a little bit about nocturnal creatures and touching and feeling last session, and we talked about owls, and I've had a special delivery here. I think it might be an owl inside. I doubt if it's a real one. Anyway, I wonder what kind of owl it could be. We do get several types of owl in the UK. I wonder if it's a tawny owl, or maybe a barn owl, or maybe a little owl, or a short-eared owl, or a long-eared owl, all live in Britain. Let's just have a look, shall we? Oh. Oh, I don't understand. It's a tea towel. Oh, a tea towel. Yes, more of those, sorry. Well, another one of those prank callers we seem to be suffering from here at the clinic. Never mind. Anyway, let's get started about flowers. If you come a little bit nearer, as you can see, I'm quite a pretty flower. Yes, I've got quite a few petals. Have a little look around your garden, see if you can find any flowers, or whilst you're out on your walk, try and count the petals and see what colour they are, because that will help you find out their name, which we'll talk about in a minute. Now, as you can you see here, I've got these little lines on my petals. Now, these lines and my colour are here to attract lots of lovely insects, particularly butterflies and bees, because they help with the pollination of flowers. That is the pollination or the reproduction of flowers. I'm sorry all the long words, but as you know, I am a doctor. So also, while you're having a little look at the flowers and counting the petals, have a little smell, because flowers also smell nice to attract these butterflies and bees, but not always. Some flowers like to attract flies for their pollination, and in which case they can smell quite horrible. Now, while you're looking inside the flowers, while you're down on your knees, have a little look inside the flowers, because inside you have some boy and girl parts. Not many people realise that. Hold on a moment, just get my prop that's blown off the table. It's very windy today. Now, yes, if you have a look inside the flowers, you'll see this bit here. This is the female bit, the one bit. She's normally stood in the middle of the plant, and there's only one of them, just this one here. Can you see? And how I remember the name of this, it's called the stigma, because it's got ma in the name, the stigma. And I always think it's a bit like the queen. She looks a bit like the queen stood in the middle of the flowers. And round the outside, we have these things here. And these are the boy bits here. Can you see? And this is where the pollen is on here. And these bits here are called the stamen. So it's got men in it. Shall I say that again? Stamen. So have a little look inside flowers. See if you can see the queen and her princes. They're often quite different colours. To help you look, you might have a magnifying glass handy. Don't worry if you don't. You just need to get down really close. So I'm going to come over here in my garden. I've got lots of spring flowers that are just coming up, and there are also some blossoms on the trees, which are also flowers, but we call them blossom. So I'm just going to have a little look inside the bluebell. I'm going to count its petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a bluey purple colour, as we can see. And oh yes, inside I can see the queen, and I can see her princes, and the stamen, and they are kind of quite yellow actually. So, just before I do write your prescription for today, we do have a few telephone calls here. Often people like to tell us jokes. So let's have a little, yes, from our first caller here. Yes, hello. This is the Nature Clinic here. How can I help you? What sort of flower grows on your face, did you say? I don't know. What kind of flower does grow on your face? Tulips. Yes, tulips. Or tulips as we know them. Sorry, you've got another one? What do you get if you cross a flower with a monkey, did you say? A flower with a monkey? Oh, a chimpanzee. Or a chimpanzee. And sorry, we've got one more quick joke to go. Yes, I'm sure our people watching are going to love this because they're so hilarious, making my stomach hurt. Why are the letter A's a bit like flowers, did you say? Why are the letter A's a bit like flowers? Because bees come after them. I quite like that one, actually. Anyway, just another one call here. Oh, it's my friend. Yes, it's Professor. Yes, Professor Smarty Pants. Yes. Oh, Professor Smarty Pants. Yes, I nearly forgot Professor Smarty Pants. What the professor is just saying is to help you identify the names of flowers. If you go to the wildlifewatch.org.uk and look for the spotting sheets. Also, Plant Life. They also have a wildflowers section, or discover wildflowers, and they actually have wildflowers that are by season, which makes it a little bit easier. So have a little look at those two websites and see if you can identify any of these flowers whilst you're out on a walk even. Thank you very much, Professor Smarty Pants. Yes. So it just leaves me to write your prescription for today. So if you'd like to come a little bit nearer. So I'm going to ask you to go out and see how many flowers you can find. Look for their colour. Okay, see if they smell. Do they smell nice or do they smell a bit whiffy? Okay, count how many petals they have, because that will also help you find their name. So count petals and look inside for the female, the queen and the male. So look inside. And I think that you definitely need to be doing that at least once a day. So let's just sign that off. And remember, get outside as much as you can. Really does help with your physical and mental health. All free on the NHS, the Natural Health Service. And just remember, trust me, because I am a doctor. Thank you.